Hello everybody, thank you for joining us for another episode of What's Cooking with Chef Marc. I'm here with Chef Joel, and we're gonna make fresh pasta today. Do yourself a favor and push that button down there in the corner that says we are subscribing to Chef Marc's channel at What's Cooking with Chef Marc. And today we're gonna make basic pasta dough, but not so basic. What's the basic part of this pasta recipe that you're gonna show us?
Well, the basic part is the fact that this is just a regular pasta dough that you can use for any shape of pasta that you want. And anything that's not a stuffed pasta like a ravioli, but anything tagliatelle, fettuccine, we're gonna make some farfalle and another couple cool shapes like that. What's not so basic about it is the ingredients we're using, because we're using amazing ingredients here. So if you can see, we've got here some beautiful egg yolks that came from the orchard that we have here right at the Ahern Hotel, just down the road. These beautiful eggs come from these amazing chickens.
These were hatched like a day ago, today and yesterday, because they collected them for us.
So you always get the best product using the best ingredients, and that's everything that we do here at Ahern. And then the flours that we're using. So we're using a blend of two different flours, a little bit of a flour called semolina, which is a little bit of a coarser flour. It's got a little higher protein content, and then we're using another flour that's known in Italy as 00 flour. There's different kinds of 00 flour, but this is a very low protein 00 flour, so it mixes very well with the semolina. It's gonna be a nice silky pasta dough, and the semolina is gonna give it just a little bit of chew.
When you say low protein, the opposite of what you want for bread,
yes,
and what you want for pizza dough, that's a high protein.
Yeah.
So this is a low protein.
Yeah.
It's hard for you people at home to be able to get these kind of ingredients unless you have a connection.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You have a connection right here. So when you're ready and you want to order this, when you want the perfect pasta to be like you're in Italy, then you call me. I'll take care of you. But anyways, Joel, go ahead.
All right. Well, let's make this. I'll show you. I'll show you the traditional way that we make the pasta.
Let me know if you need anything. I'm going to be a watcher today.
Right.
I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch you. So let's see how we do it.
All right. So I've got my 00 pasta, low protein flour, and my semolina flour here. So I'm gonna make a well, is what they call it. So what you do is you dump this all out right on the table. I've done this at home plenty of times. And what you want to do is just take a nice clean hand, make a nice hole in the middle, just like that.
That's a nice big hole.
Yeah, it is. Now we got these beautiful egg yolks we put on there. This amazing, beautiful, nice yellow color is gonna make a really beautiful pasta.
Now for everybody at home that wants to make this recipe, we're gonna tell you what the measurements are, but we're also gonna have them written up, and they'll also be in an upcoming book. So now, Joel, give me an idea of the weight here, or the amount that how did you determine your weights?
I do all of this in ratios. The ratio is basically 4 parts flour to 3 parts eggs, and then the flour is 2 parts semolina, or 2 parts regular flour to 1
Right,
part
so
semolina.
when you're putting this together at home, we can give them actual weights.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna have the recipe ready to go. We do things a little bit more complicated, like you said, not so simple, but when it comes together, it's absolutely fantastic. And we'll make it very easy for you too.
Look at the color of those yolks. Can you please look at that? This is against a white. Look at that. Unbelievable. Okay, let's go. Let's make some pasta for these people.
Egg yolks, flour, and then just a touch of extra virgin olive oil for texture. Now, all we gotta do is mix it together.
What's a touch mean? Like a tablespoon, teaspoon? I think we're making a pretty big batch here.
That was probably about a tablespoon.
At home, you might make half of this, but this is a good recipe. How many people we're gonna feed? 8, 10, 12?
Yeah, this could definitely feed 8 people for sure.
8 to 10 people right here. 8 to 10. So invite your friends like the old Italians. Get a big table, add some, more chairs. Put the middle of the table in like we used to when we were young. Make it I don't know if they make them anymore, but remember, do they still make them kind of tables? That you buy the dining room table and you have an insert to make it bigger when the family comes over. Anyway, put the middle in because we're gonna have a lot of guests for this dish right here. All different ways of having pasta. So he's mixing it up with a bench scraper, or you can just use your hand, keep moving it around.
Oh yeah.
And
nice.
Eventually this is going to come together really nice. So it should be firm, right?
Yeah, it should be fairly firm. So right now I'm just using the bench scraper. I'm just trying to get all the egg yolks and everything all mixed together. And now I'm going to start using my hands. I'm going to knead it just a little bit.
See what he's doing now? He's gone from chopping action to more of a putting it in and mixing action. And he's bringing the ingredients from the outside that are kind of trying to escape and bringing them back to the middle. Exactly. And again, I want to refer to the color of those egg yolks that are now coming through, like you would see anywhere in Italy that you get egg pasta like this. It's going to have this color because the eggs are more like the eggs that we use here. That's what you're going to find in a country like Italy. They're not buying these eggs in a store that have no color in them.
So now, briefly, we're just kneading this. Now, the point is not to knead pasta dough. You never really need to knead pasta dough, but the purpose of this is just to get all the ingredients incorporated and everything mixed evenly. And as soon as it comes together, it's done, and it's going to be such a nice pasta dough.
Let me show them, see how firm this is. So if I'm grabbing this like with just grabbing it, and I'm pushing you know, it takes a little bit of, it's a little strength to push through that to the other side. So it's not like a dough that you would have for bread. It's much firmer than that. And it comes together. You put this part of your palm right here, and you push in with your weight over it, then pick it up, do it again. You can turn it over, do this side. Eventually, you're gonna have a beautiful smooth ball.
Beautiful smooth ball, yep.
And it happens in time. It's gonna take about 4 to 5 minutes of just mixing with your hands, getting nice, feel good.
Yep.
You're working your pasta for your family or yourself. It's just a good feeling when it's done and you eat it. You see the pride you have. If you never made pasta before, get ready to get very excited and make a lot of people happy.
All right, so now this is actually it. This is done. This is a beautiful pasta dough. I'm actually gonna take this and cut this right in the middle, and then you can see how everything is nice and beautiful and evenly distributed in there. It's nice. So look, you can see
good.
how firm it is. You put it there.
Yeah,
make a little indentation, but it's got some firmness to it.
Sometimes you can let your dough rest. It's good to let it rest 20, 25 minutes. I've always read that. Sometimes we rest it, sometimes we have to get right at it. But because we have such high ingredients, maybe an all-purpose flour might need some more resting, but with this low protein flour, it doesn't require that much rest.
Yeah, this one should be ready to go right now.
Yeah.
Now, at home when you're gonna be rolling pasta, you're probably gonna use a pasta machine. You can use a rolling pin, you can get it right there. But today we've got the pasta already rolled out, and I'm gonna show you what to look for. So what we've got here is some pasta that's already been rolled. So, this is nice, beautiful pasta with those beautiful farm eggs right there, beautiful color.
Now you see, we made this about 15 minutes ago, and you can see that you can't quite see my hand through, so it's thick, but it's not really thick. It's the perfect, you know, if you had a lasagna you wanted to make, you can use this whole sheet a couple of times, put it in a pan, but we're gonna show you, and Chef Joel is gonna show you all these different shapes and fun that you can have at home making this pasta.
Yep, so this is exactly what you're looking for. You're gonna roll it out until you can just barely see your hands through. If you can kind of see, I can see my hands through it.
Yeah, but that way you can.
Right there. So now we have those two different flours that we use to mix it. We got a little semolina and we have a little of that 00, that fine baby powder type flour. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dust it. So the first one I'm gonna make is I'm gonna show you how to make a shape called farfalle. Chef, do you know what farfalle means in Italy?
Farfalle means the bow tie.
Yes, actually it means butterfly, I think.
Butterfly bow tie, yeah. It's the little thing you see in some of the soups, the little butterfly. They use them a lot, bow tie actually. They use it a lot in the Italian wedding soup, which is a show coming up when I bring my mother over here to show me how to make it right. And you're using the serrated part of a cutter here, see that?
So this sometimes these are called pastry cutters, sometimes they're called fluted cutters. They're kind of the same thing. So I'm just gonna cut them into little strips like that, and I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna cut them into a little bit kind of square shapes. It could be a little bit of a rectangle's okay. And then each one of those is going to become a beautiful farfalle.
Some places in Italy, I've seen it in Tuscany with a green dough. They can leave it just like this and cut it with a little with the serrated edge, and then they cut it in half and they call it like a washcloth, like a fazzoletti in Italy, and that's a really cool pasta too to play with.
Yeah, there's thousands of types. You can get so creative and you can make just about anything.
But this is really nice looking the way it looks right there.
Beautiful.
The way it feels, it just feels beautiful.
So to finish the farfalle from this shape right here.
Watch how easy this is now.
This is so easy. You almost pinch it twice. Sometimes I'll put it on the cutting board, give it a nice little shape, just like that.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
Perfect size.
It's the bow tie, or it's maybe. Hold on, let me see. It's the mustache. So yeah, these are cool. These are easy to make. The pinch pasta. You pinch it.
You pinch it. You almost have to pinch it twice, but just kind of pinch it.
Then you grab it and bring it up to the top.
Let me show you one more time. You kind of pinch it in the middle, then you pinch it on the outside, just like that, and then you've got your beautiful butterfly, farfalle, bow tie, whatever you want to call it. Amazing pasta shape.
Beautiful.
And these are so much fun to make. You get everybody making these at home, and then everybody gets to make dinner.
So what are we gonna now do now? Let's do another one.
All right, so now I'm gonna make something that requires another piece of equipment. This is called a gnocchi board. You use this to make gnocchi, but today we're gonna use it to make a shape called Garganelli.
But notice about the gnocchi board, when you're done making the potato dumpling, you roll them down these lines, and that's what this is for. If you can also use it to make this pasta shape, because you want those lines, those distinctive lines, so they catch on to the pasta, that sauce that you're gonna create. So that's why we needed it for this.
So this one's really simple to make it. You're just making plain squares. You don't need the fluted color, you just make squares, just like that. Got a nice little squares. And then, sometimes your gnocchi board will come this little stick right here. You take it, you You roll it, come from diagonally side, just like that.
Now remember, this is the part of this that you need to know. He lubricated this with flour, so this wouldn't stick to the wood that he's using. The dowel, see that? And that's a perfect. And a lot of times this is going to be green in Italy and in other books and things like that. You're going to see that oh, they made the garganelli. We made it in just the basic pasta. But if you want to make this into green, you'll learn soon from us how to make your dough a different color with a dry sort of like a beet powder or spinach powder or anything like that you want color.
Yeah, we're going to make green pasta. We're going to make red pasta. We're going to make black pasta.
Look at these beautiful. Look at these. These are beautiful. Come on, Joel. This is good.
These are amazing. And actually, what I like to do with these is make a couple different colors. You can make a green one and a black one and mix them together in a dish.
Yeah,
it's
and
gorgeous.
a red one is really
absolutely
cool.
amazing. And these are pretty fun to make too.
All right. What else are we gonna? Look at these. These are beautiful. What else?
All right. So now
I'm getting excited now watching this. So I'm hungry too.
So now we're gonna make something a little easier. This is actually something real easy for you guys to make at home. So we're gonna take another one of these beautiful thin, just barely see-through sheets of pasta. I'm gonna give it a little dusting of the 00 flour. Get a nice kind of little heavier dusting of some of that semolina flour.
You don't want this sticking when he does whatever he's gonna do now.
Yeah, you don't want it to stick together. And then you're just gonna take it from one end.
This is if you don't at home. You want to have a longer, right? You want to have the linguine, the fettuccine, something like a pappardella. This is how you do it, but you got to make sure you use enough of the lubrication so your pasta isn't all gummy and you can't get it apart later.
So most people make these pasta shapes by rolling it through a machine, which we do too sometimes. But this is the traditional one where you actually cut it. So right now we're gonna make something. We're gonna make them a little smaller. So this is gonna be more of a they call it a tagliarini. I'm gonna cut through it with a nice sharp knife, and then all that.
Make sure people when they cut themselves and they're using a knife, it's because the knife is dull, not because it's sharp. This is beautiful.
And then because all that semolina was keeping them getting stuck together, now you've got a beautiful pasta.
Let me tell you, this pasta right here will cook in 40 seconds. It goes in the water, salted water, it pops up, you take it out. That's probably 30 seconds it'll be done.
Yep.
And look how fast that come together. Look at the gorgeous color of this pasta that we have here. Already we have 3 shapes, and he's not done yet.
Just one more, just one more.
I love it.
This one's very similar to the last one, but it's something you guys are a little more familiar with. You can call this one fettuccine, sometimes tagliatelle.
Yeah, this is nice pasta. This is a really good one for a lot of different pasta dishes.
I think a lot of people have heard of tagliarini, tagliatelle pasta.
Yeah.
That's kind of a popular thing. Yeah. Jeff, do you know why they call it that? Do you know where the name comes from? Well, in Italy, the word for cut is taglio. So now it's tagliatelle, tagliolini. So it's actually because traditionally this is how they made it, by cutting the pasta.
I see a lot of people in Italy, who's still doing it, like especially when they're doing it a little, maybe your grandmother, and she's cooking for the family. They don't use any machinery. They use their hands for everything. Oh, look at that, man.
Beautiful. Look at that. You can do this with any kind of sauce. Anything you really want. A nice marinara sauce.
And a lot of you people look at this and you think fettuccine. Yeah, it's the cut. Fettuccine, but this is actually a tagliatelle. This is beautiful. Look at that.
And you've never had a pasta like this made from eggs that were from the Ahern orchard. Absolutely fantastic.
Hatched today and yesterday.
Yes.
Beautiful stuff.
Wonderful.
Joel, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We're really happy that you could join us for this show. Him and I will continue to bring you more. I'll bring back my nephew for the next show, but we're just having fun here at Chef Marc's Trattoria inside the Ahern Hotel. And we hope to see you soon so you can enjoy some of this wonderful, beautiful Italian treats. And once again, do yourself a favor. Push on that subscribe button so we can continue to do this, because we need to see your smiling face also. So thank you, and ciao, everybody. Ciao.